Good day and welcome back to Elementary 72 Gaming. So today I'm actually going on another one of my farming routes, and this time it is my favorite. So I start off in Brightwood, and this is the first stop, and this is one of the rare ones where I'm actually going to pick up the first spawn. Now I do have multiple pieces to how I actually complete this, so you're going to have to follow it as I jump between locations. Now, this is a Sunday run for me, and you would notice that the days for the videos launch is way off compared to when it's being created. There's a reason behind that, and that's because I decided to take on content from other games. Now, obviously, this is the big game to play. There's a lot for me to do. There's the not 50, sorry, I'm 51% done with it. So there's 49% of the achievements to achieve. Most of it is in the crafting for me, I suspect. So I'm going to have to get my crafting up. I'm going to complete my fishing, complete all of the missions in the game, level up all of my territories, and that's going to be another long stretch coming up whenever I decide to go that far. Now, in terms of the other things which I just said, like I just said, I'm just going to go through it. You can see my attributes are all over the place. This is because I changed some weapons. So yeah, my constitution is off by 22 points. I can just respec it anytime I want to. Weapon mastery, as you can see, bow, fire staff. You can see I'm almost all the way there. Ice Gauntlet and Fire Staff are two of my lowest. Bow is quite high and Life Staff is quite high. So once Life Staff is gone, Bow will join in, and hopefully by then the Fire Staff will also be down and out. Okay, so let's run this path. There's a lot of resources on my actual resource path here in Brightwood. There's normally two wire fiber spawns right here. Neither one is up, so it looks like I'm just going to head straight through the other section over here. I'm just going to speed up. Okay, Weirdwood is down, so now I'll head through my moat farm basically. There's 4 moats that I pick up in this, not 4, sorry, there's 3 moats that I pick up. Sometimes I get an optional extra with the what do you call this? The river crest. That's just when it happens. This isn't my main weapon setup, so I'm not really worrying about it too much. Okay, there's 3 here. If I jump off this waterfall, there's a river crest right below it. I can go after a little bit of quick XP and burn a ghost or burn a ghoul. It's not really enough to make it worthwhile. These 2 weapons that I'm currently running are not efficient for you to use if you are going to go down this route. You'll see what I mean as soon as I start playing a little bit better with them. Now, there is a reason for me going so hard into this change of spec. I actually am intending to change the spec of my weapons. So from running a full DPS or a full tank build, I intend to run a tank DPS build or a tank mage build, which is something which would be very rare, and it would definitely help me, or a healer tank build, which could be perfectly suited for that particular role, because you in the front, you have a heavy amount of damage coming in, you cast down your orb, you cast down whatever it is to pull you up a little bit more than you should be. I find the fire staff to be quite irritating to use. Obviously, the other side is most probably way better to actually try and go into. If I really wanted to, I could swap out and use the opposite end of that tree. But I'm just going to stick to the one that I have right now. That quick ring around me and the blowtorch, basically, they work quite fair. I've used it in mines, I've used it in Murkard, it works fantastic in mines. It actually does a severe amount of damage. It helps take down the bosses quite quickly because you're keeping the burn on them, and with people's bleed and rend, my damage just goes insane. So that's one of the reasons why I enjoy the fire staff quite a bit. The other weapon that I'm using is the life staff. Now the life staff is so hard to level up because you've got multiple things to actually add into that whole situation. Okay, here we go. Now boulders are available just about everywhere. If you're going to mine them for the purpose of using them, keep your eye out. You have to make sure that you catch the right ones. Now, I am very close to maxing out that part of my skill tree. I'll just show you right now. In terms of trade, as you can see, these are all basically max. Fishing is out of the question over there. Leather working is maxed, woodworking is maxed, smelting, weaving, stone cutting is the one that's currently behind. Once I have that open, then there's a whole new package resource that I'm going to receive. I'm definitely going to enjoy it because I do a ton of gems. So I'm suspecting that I'm going to get 3 gems from it. I'm actually quite rich in terms of gems at the moment. I'll just show you what I mean by that as well. Let's go straight here into storage. Now you might construe this as showing off. See, there's pristine cut. Yeah, let me just go cut with PR. IS. Okay, so it took out even more. Okay, never mind, I'll just go with cut. Alright, so there we go. I've got 6 emeralds. They're quite expensive. I've got 8 amber. I've got 5 diamonds. And there's pristine onyx. Now I actually intend to put one of these diamonds in my shield. A little bit of physical ward damage added to my shield will be unbelievable. And who knows, I might actually throw it into a weapon or two. Actually, I doubt it. That's going to go in weapons. And I intend to get legendary weapons and totally do up my character, which I haven't shown perfectly. Okay, so my sword is 600. That is by skill level. Let's see, anything else here that doesn't show its skill level? Nothing here is overpowered. Okay, as you can see, these are the levels that are generally around. I am 600 average because of these 604s. They pull up the 1 level or 2 levels that I'm short in other spots. This doesn't seem to have any bearing on my expertise. I don't know why. I suspect that it's supposed to, but for some reason my jewelry rarely counts for a small amount of my expertise. Now, picking up iron on the route is just one of the best things. It's not the most major resource, but you can use it for a lot of things heading up to other expertise. You pull up your crafting in armor making, you pull up your crafting in weaponsmithing, and that's going to give you a big boost. Now, if I can really pull off a good run today, maybe do 2 or 3 dungeons without having to have to pay for them, I'll definitely be able to get much further up the ladder, basically. So yeah, that's one of the things to say. Yesterday I actually had a weird problem. Just like normal, the game just started lagging on me out of nowhere. And it kicked me out and wouldn't let me back in. It just kept saying that I didn't have internet, even though my Discord would still stay open. Even though my connection was at quite fast speeds, almost 16 megabytes per second, just wouldn't record any internet. That is a game problem. Now, I do know my way between each and every one of my spawns. I'm not going to open the map every single time, but I will show you right now where I'm heading. It's right here. And then I'll head down like I showed in the previous farming video. I realized that showing this route is something worthwhile because a lot of people can actually benefit from it. I don't mind picking up flint. I use it primarily for ammo. Nice gun or two might actually also help me down the line. I might be able to put some new weapons into my arsenal and have some fun with that. Okay, here are the trees, absolutely untouched. Like, that is just fantastic. Only those are such a pain to handle. Now, this might be one of the best runs I've had in a week, with every single spawn being available to me. If it is, you'll see why it can be a very expensive run to go through. You pick up all the ironwood, you throw it on the market for a good markup, and you can make 8 to 900 gold of it if you are lucky at the right time. Now, since people aren't harvesting, there's a strong chance that this is going to be super expensive because a lot of people are lazy to harvest. They'd much rather be in Genesis or one of the elite areas, so they don't really get enough ironwood. The reason why I need 200 in stone cutting, just in case people don't know, is it's the only way to craft mutation keys. And obviously I am behind on mutation keys, so I need to get a few more. And then I can start trying out Dynasty or any one of the mutations as they launch. Now, obviously Dynasty has some problems with the overpowerful boss at the end. Depending on how you deck out your setup, you might be able to find a way through. I know some strong teams have struggled with it. Some teams have gone all the way up to T3 and T4. But honestly, I wouldn't expect people to go there because the rewards are really terrible. There's no legendaries, there's no high-end loot. It's all 599 greens, blues, and purples. There's no yellow or gold, whichever way you want to see it. And that makes a huge difference. And if you don't think so, then you're just bluffing yourself, to be honest. I could kill all of these things. I actually do need the spear from Genesis for my main build. If I can get that, then I have a powerful spear which can be used against ancients. I have a powerful sword that can be used against ancients. I may not have the threat perk, and the reason why I'm not worried about the threat perk is because of the fact that a lot of people are just overwhelming the DPS, and that just pulls threat off the tank. Oh, I didn't proficiency boost myself. I should have done that already. Didn't realize it. If you have powerful or infused proficiency boosters, use them. They make such a big difference, especially if you're crafting them. If you're buying them, then they're not really worth it unless you're going after Orichalcum or something along those routes of resources. I'm actually going to be heading into Orichalcum area just like I did the last time, but hopefully this isn't as crazy long as the last farming video was. Now, obviously, showing you the farming routes is a reason all to itself. There are so many farming routes. There's the Orichalcum route through Eden Grove. There's the Ironwood route through Eden Grove. There's the combat route through Eden Grove if you really want to. On the next level. You notice that I didn't care about what I got in it. It's because I get so many of those packages. They really help me keep my stockpiles of Azoth everywhere. I literally have a stockpile of Azoth in just about every town that I am currently holding. Oh, I didn't kill him. And when it comes to the elite areas, here's something that I'm going to say. Keep going on them even after you have 600 gear score. There is a reason behind it, and the reason is as follows. They drop a lot of items, they worth a lot of gold, and beyond the gold value, they're also worth the time that you're going to invest. And if you keep using areas like, let's see, like Merkgard and the mines, you can fill up your inventory with repair kits. Now, repair kits aren't super heavy, but if you can make it up to T5 repair kits and you can fill T5 repair kits in your inventory every single day and fill up your repair parts the same, when you go into expensive dungeons like Lazarus and Genesis, and say for example it's mutated level 8, level 9, or even level 10 that you finally make it to, and you're struggling and you need to do repairs, instead of incurring massive costs and using up all your parts in a matter of minutes, you can burn through those kits. And it means that instead of only having a 2000 repair part limit, you have something like 1000 or 2000, and that's your win without having to actually do a lot of extra work, if you get what I'm saying. So this is the end of the actual farm route that I go through. I'm just going to get across, and that's about it. This is the most rich ironwood stockpile in the entire game, and it is not fully up. That means someone was slightly ahead of me. You can see that the big tree is down. The tree that's behind me is down, so someone did come through. I think I just got lucky on beating them down their route to this location. Unfortunately, I didn't get to show you a 800 or 900 fall, which is really what you want to see. 800 or 900 fall of ironwood is no small fall. It can be 450 or it can be 1000, depending on your trade levels on your server. My server, for example, it was 107 the previous week per ironwood, and I didn't have thousands to throw on the market. Just yesterday, I think I made 1,100 of the ironwood. Oh, okay, cool. That guy respawned, so I'm suspecting trees are going to respawn soon as well. Forgot they are super weak to fire damage. So yeah, that's been the main part of this farm route. I hope that you all do enjoy, and I will catch you all in the next video, depending on what it is that I decide to cover. So see you all then, and have a good day.